Hi everyone, I'm here to do a devotion for you guys tonight. Tonight's reading is going to be in 2 Kings. It'll be chapter 5, verses 1 through 15. And the little verse that it's got picked out here says, Naaman's flesh was restored like the flesh of a little child. So I'm guessing it sounds like Naaman probably had leprosy. So we'll go ahead and read chapter 5, verses 1 through 15 right now. Let's see, is that the whole chapter? No. Okay. Now Naaman was commander of the army of the king of Aram. He was a great man in the sight of his master and highly regarded, because through him the Lord was given victory to Aram. He was a valiant soldier, but he had leprosy. Now bands from Aram had gone out and had taken captive a young girl from Israel, and she served Naaman's wife. She said to her mistress, If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy. Naaman went to his master and told him what the girl from Israel had said. By all means go, the king of Aram replied. I will send a letter to the king of Israel. So Naaman left, taking with him 10 talents of silver, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 sets of clothing. The letter that he took to the king of Israel read, With this letter I am sending my servant Naaman to you, so that you may cure him of his leprosy. As soon as the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his robes and said, Am I God? Can I kill and bring back to life? Why does this fellow send someone to me to be cured of his leprosy? See how he is trying to pick a quarrel with me? When Elijah, it's spelt wrong. When Elijah, the man of God, heard the king of Israel had torn his robes, he sent him this message. Why have you torn your robes? Have the man come to me, and he will know that there is a prophet in Israel. So Naaman went with his horses and chariots and stopped at the door of Elijah's house. Elijah sent a messenger to say to him, Go wash yourselves 7 times in the Jordan, and your flesh will be restored, and you will be cleansed. But Naaman went away angry and said, I thought that he would surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, wave his hand over the spot, and cure me of my leprosy. Are not Abana and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than any of the waters of Israel? Couldn't I wash in them and be cleansed? So he turned and went off in a rage. Naaman's servants went to him and said, My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it? How much more than when he tells you, Wash and be cleansed? So he went down and dipped himself in the Jordan 7 times, as the man of God had told him, and his flesh was restored and became clean like that of a young boy. Elijah was a prophet. He told him, Naaman, to go, wash in the Jordan 7 times. The Jordan River is actually where Jesus was baptized, and John the Baptist, who baptized Jesus, baptized many people in the Jordan River. There's people still today getting baptized in the Jordan River. I wished I was able to go to the Jordan River to get baptized. I would have loved that so much. That's the only better experience I could have had when I got baptized, as if I could have got baptized where Jesus was baptized. But the day of my baptism is still by far the happiest day of my life. It truly is. It was a wonderful, great, wonderful day. I never was so happy in my life than that day. Like I said, the only thing that could have made me happier is if I could have been baptized in the Jordan River. Okay, so the devotion tonight is called Better Than Before. As infants, my children had nearly perfect skin. Their flesh was soft. They had no dry elbows or rough patches on their feet. Smooth and new, it contrasted with mine, which was marked by years of various scars and calluses. As a mighty warrior and the commander of the Syrian army, Nahum may have scuffed skin and battle scars, but he also had a serious skin disease, leprosy. When his servant suggested that the prophet Elijah could heal him, Naaman visited him. He followed Elijah's instructions, and his diseased flesh became like the flesh of a young little child. This cure left Naaman better off both physically and spiritually. After being healed, he proclaimed, "Now I know that there is no God in all the earth except in Israel." Through this miraculous experience, he learned that there is only one true God, our God. One God, the God who made us and the earth, the heavens, hell, made everything. There is only one God, and that is our God in heaven, the maker of us all and everything. Like Naaman, we can learn important lessons about God as a result of our life experiences. So true. Receiving a blessing may show us about His mercy and goodness. Surviving or enduring a trial may help us see God's sufficiency and care. Growing in knowledge of Him will always leave us better off spiritually than we were before. And remember, guys, only good comes from God. The bad stuff comes from Satan. Satan is the biggest liar there is. He is the father of lies. You may be a Christian, having a good life, praising God all the time. You go to church every Sunday, every Wednesday. You're very, very faithful to God. And the devil's tells God, well, they're only like that because you let them have a good life. You don't give them any struggles. So God will be like, fine, test them. The devil will try to test you, especially if you're a Christian. Because the bad people, the people that don't believe, he don't care because they don't believe in God. So they've already turned away from God or wasn't with God to begin with. So they're on his side. Anybody who isn't with God is on Satan's side. And Satan may do a lot of bad things, make a lot of bad things happen in your life. He's doing that to try to turn you away from the Lord. That's the only reason he's doing that. When bad things happen, some people turn away from God, and some people begin to believe in God or be stronger in God. But the devil's the one that does bad things. He's testing you, trying to get you to turn from the Lord, but you got to stay strong and fight the struggles that he gives you and let the Lord be proud of you because he's rooting for you all the way to show the devil you're not going to turn away from him. You're not going to turn to the devil, that you are very faithful, you are his strong son or daughter, and you would never turn your back on him. God is rooting for you. So remember, all evil and bad comes from Satan. Only good comes from God. Let's end in prayer. Father, help me to learn more about you as I travel through this world. Let this knowledge inspire fresh praise in my heart and a desire to become more like you. Lessons about God are embedded in life experiences. Amen. Good night, everyone.